and I finished this entire thing in one day. I could tell that my mood significantly improved when I drink more water. So change of plans, my new screen has just arrived. It's finally here. The better everyone around you is, the faster we manifest, the more we create. This week I kind of want to touch on this book. It's called Many Lives, Many Masters. I have had this book for about 2-3 years now. It was with me in the previous place that I rented and now here, but I've never touched it. So I used to buy books in bulk, like a lot of them, thinking that, okay, one day I'll get to it. But ever since I got my iPad and I uploaded all my books on my iPad, I didn't pick up a physical book for quite a while. But there was this one day where I had free time. I just felt very called to this book and I finished this entire thing in one day. So basically, right, what it's talking about is that we have multiple lifetimes. So this might be a bit hard to swallow for a lot of people who might be listening to it for the first time, but I've been studying a lot of sacred geometry and past life regression, and I've been open about all this energy healing, energy transference and all that. So this to me is easy to accept, and therefore the stories that were told was very compelling, very interesting, and it made me think about the bigger picture of how much can we actually leave behind in this short little lifespan, right? Even if you don't do much, it's okay. But even if you do a lot, it's amazing, right? So if you guys want to know more, check out this book. And right now I'm reading on another one. It's called The Convoluted Universe by Dolores Cannon. So she's also another therapist that helps people with their past life regression. So this is just a topic that I have been more and more interested and intrigued in. And it really helped me with like making videos like this, because I know that at the end of the day, whether you can impact someone, it depends on whether that person is open for impacting. So you can never go wrong. Like if you guys are ever holding back on something you want to do just because you're afraid that it's detrimental or something that you have to live with the rest of your life, know that everyone is focused on themselves, firstly. And secondly, you can never be wrong, because this is not the end. You're only wrong when there's a finite line, right? There's a game that tells you that, okay, now the game has ended. That is when you win or you lose. But we're in this infinite game. So you can never be wrong if it's never ending. Just keep going. Just keep trusting yourself. So for my study music, I have been addicted to hand pans. So it's called hand drum as well. And this is how it sounds like. Okay, just putting it out there, but one day I'm gonna own my own handpan and I'm gonna use all my spare time to play music and just lift up my vibration. So it's 12:40 right now and I'm just having a quick lunch. So this is one of the easiest things to make, just eggs and toast. Usually I would be out of the house and eating somewhere outside, but today it's raining the entire day and I want to film a workout, so it's much quieter in the gym when there's less in the afternoon compared to the morning. So I'm just gonna finish this, digest a bit and work a bit more, then I'll head to the gym. So one more thing that I incorporate is I try to finish at least 4 of these bottles, which is roughly 2 liters of water. And I could tell that my mood significantly improved when I drink more water. I'm less tired and I'm more in a higher vibration. So even though a lot of times when I'm drinking this water, I'll be like, oh, it's fluoride, it's coming from the tap, and there's no way I could remove the fluoride because I don't have the filter. So that has been kind of preventing me from having that good energy when I think about the water I'm drinking. But right now I'm just chugging it down and it's perfectly fine. I guess fluoride poisoning isn't as bad as I thought in Singapore. And I want to keep this up and see how much more energy I can have. So one thing I also noticed is that my mid-afternoon cravings disappear. Like I don't feel hungry mid-afternoon and I also don't feel that sluggishness during the afternoon. So I get more work done and yeah, I just really enjoy this tip that has always been around me, but I've never followed it. And then now I realize how much of a difference it could make. Alright, so change of plans. My desktop, my new screen has just arrived, as well as a new speaker. So this is what I'll be doing for the next 1 hour, setting it up. But first, we gotta play something so that I'm sure I'm learning while I'm doing this physical task. My brain is working as well.
You have very good questions, and that's why you have been chosen.
High in the sky, looking like a thunderstorm. Here we go, 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 go. You're easy to remember, so hard to forget. Baby, it's a coward way you strut. How could I not?
Right, so I just spent about 3 hours setting this up and it's finally here. So the only thing is that little stack of books is needed to hold the screen up from drooping, because this entire screen is actually 8 kg. And I spent some time actually reflecting on all my old setup, how I used to trade in 2021. I was, in my previous place, I had 2 screens. And then in 2020, I was only using one MacBook laptop. And back then, I wasn't even using TradingView yet. It was still on MT4, so it looked even older. But, in 3 years, a lot of things can change. I've always wanted a curved screen. I've always wanted a nice, place to work, because as a self-employed or a trader, you don't really have office, right? You don't want to show up for work. You want to be, working for yourself. So you're always thinking about ways to enhance your workspace. So having this really reminds me of how lucky I am, firstly, to be able to learn trading, and also how you wanting anything will get you towards it. All you have to do is make sure that you want it and believe that you're going to get it and let it go. So the moment you let it go, you actually enjoy the process, right? So if you look at that 2020 photo, you could see that I was kind of like trying to hide my workspace and all that because I was kind of embarrassed. But during 2021, I had a little shift in mindset where I'm like, okay, I'm going to record this because one day when I'm out of it, I'm going to appreciate it. So just a little trick of your mind, you can actually manifest a lot more. As you're watching this, it's already 2 days later and I have not went to the gym since that day. So the past 2 nights, I haven't been sleeping well. But right now, it's 9:30 a.m. and I'm about to head to the gym because I feel like doing some cardio. I can't stand not moving for so long. I can't stand sitting for so long. So right now, I think I might do some legs as well as stairs masters. Yeah. During the previous clip you saw, I actually completed like 3 chapters or 4 chapters of Dolores Cannon's The Convoluted Universe. And so from there I actually realized that there's a lot of alien theories that match everything else that I've been learning for a while. So if you guys were to watch my previous video, I think a few years back, it's called The Book Review for A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. He was talking also about like outer space and all that, and it got me into this spiral thinking about aliens and how they can exist amongst us. And all this time I was already having that idea. It's just that now, slowly piecing all of these different books and things that I've consumed over the years, it began to make sense. It's like I had this theory and everything else started proving me right. So once again, it can be law of attraction, or it can be the truth. And I'm just attracting the truth towards me. Or, I receive a message in my head that I thought it was my idea, but actually it's someone, my higher self telling it to me. Reading really makes me very happy, especially when there are topics about spirituality, because they remind me of how big this entire universe really is, and all that we are here to do is just bring forth an idea. And if you have the influence to, ever change someone's mind, why not let it be something more forward moving? Why not let it be something inspiring, motivational, empowering? So I was just on this entire Instagram posting of all my workouts, but in every workout I actually included a quote. And these are just thoughts that naturally come to me most of the time after I work out and read something that's spiritual. Did you know that when you exercise, your brain tends to store information a bit better? So this is the best time for you to start listening to audiobooks or read something that is motivational and inspiring, so that you can sort of rewire your brain, so that your default, your background noise is something that's always pushing you forward. And it reminds me that if we have this opportunity to share a feeling with someone, why not let it be something good? Why not, lift someone out of whatever they're feeling and just bring forth good energy? Because the better everyone around you is, the faster we manifest, the more we create. A lot of people think that, okay, if I am grateful with where I am, and if God hears it, he's going to be like, oh, she's happy with where she's at, we're not going to give her more. But that's not true, because when you're appreciative of everything that you have around you, God actually gives you more. The energy that is flowing when you're in this state of happiness, you would just attract everything else that's around that vibration. But if you are, vibrating over here, then the more you'll attract things that are over here. So if you are able to give, blessings to everything that you have around you right now, it will only get better.